Hello, cooking enthusiasts. I wanted to continue my ramen series this week, but I've had a few complications really nailing down a recipe, so it's going to be delayed at least a week. Another little announcement is that in a few weeks I'm going to be doing a Q&A video for any new and long-time viewers. So if you have any questions, either about me or even just general food questions you think I can help you with, please leave those questions in the comments. This video is very similar to my dark dulce de leche video I made a little while ago, and that it's about an ingredient I think I came up with: coffee infused maple syrup. Now, not only is coffee and maple a great flavor combination, but there are some interesting advantages to infusing the syrup directly. I did attempt a cold brew version, but in my opinion, it's lower yield and almost equivalent to a hot brewed method, so I prefer that since it's also faster. I do normally like to weigh everything, but for convenience, I did measure the maple syrup by volume this time. The ratio I used and was quite happy with was 10 grams of coffee for every 100 mils of maple syrup. You want your coffee at a medium grind level. If you don't have a very consistent grinder, I recommend sifting out any really fine particles first. My first batch was only 400 mils of maple syrup, so I chose to warm it up in a double boiler. If I was doing a large amount of maple syrup, I would be fine heating it up directly over low heat. Once the maple syrup reached 90 Celsius, I stirred in the coffee and let it infuse for about 5 minutes before filtering. For filtering, I recommend doing a first pass with a metal sieve and then doing a second pass with something like a food grade mesh bag. You could try a coffee filter, but that will take a very long time. You could also let the coffee infuse a bit longer, but I actually kind of preferred the coffee being more secondary, or at least equal to the maple flavor, especially if I wanted to use a lot of syrup. Because maple syrup is only about 35% water, you're not going to get a full flavor extraction from the coffee, so I found that these coffee grounds were still very usable. I made a very mild but pleasant cold brew with them, which still had traces of maple flavor. Of course, the syrup itself goes great with many breakfast items, but I also glazed some pork with it, and it was delicious. I think it would go well with many savory applications. I also combined it with milk, which was interesting because, again, it was definitely not an extremely intense coffee syrup, but it was a lot stronger than you would expect based on the color. So now I'm just interested in what other people might do. If you try making this coffee infused maple, please let me know and let me know what you use it with. Again, it's not about making a really intense coffee ingredient, but finding a good balance between complementary flavors. Thank you for watching.